Hello, everyone. I'm Jade,
And I'm Mike.
and this is Jaded Mayhem, true crime podcast,
It is.
and mayhem,
Mystery.
paranormal shit. I don't like this case that you chose. This wasn't the one that I guess the one you originally chose. What you said is a urban legend.
It is. In different variations.
It would have been so cool if it was
It
real.
was a Reddit legend.
What was it again? So that they know.
A body was found, either in a dumpster or beside a dumpster.
Mm.
And when the cops came to investigate, they found a note left by the killer. But it was kind of left like a clue. So they followed the clue, figured it out, and went to the next location, and there's another note. And they figured it out and followed it to the next location, and they had done this for days, and it ended up leading them to the church. Come to find out, it was from a few days before. The church had a youth group scavenger hunt. So rather than looking for the real killer, they were following this youth scavenger hunt.
Did the church do like a murder mystery scavenger hunt? Is that how, I
Yeah.
mean, obviously it's fake now that you
Yeah.
know that when we did you did the research, but that would have been,
I know.
I mean, not that you want a true crime story because all these are sad that they happen, but that would have been cool.
Yeah, and I guess there's one of these TV series, that talks about
Mm,
bad crimes or whatever.
hmm.
It was featured on there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's why more
Are
people
you sure?
believe
Did
it.
you legit do further research, to
Mhm,
dig deep
mhm.
to see if it could possibly be true?
Yep, and because you dig even deeper and the legend goes, how they actually found the killer was from a hamburger wrapper that was in the dumpster.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's disappointing. Okay. This one, this one was let's see, clever but fucked up.
True crime and, mystery.
True. Very true. It's really fucked up.
Mhm,
Like, I don't, that's, so it's sexual assault
mhm.
for people to know. And the girl who was sexually assaulted, if she had not pushed harder, the case probably, she just took the first time them saying, sorry, the DNA didn't match. It never would have gotten him convicted and all
Hmm.
that.
I read a little different. I guess we'll get to it.
The man we're talking about who did the crime, his name is Dr. John Schneeberger or Berger,
Hmm,
either or. He was a doctor. When you first told me, I thought he was a
hmm.
dentist, and I thought, okay, we'll get to it. But
Canadian, eh?
he's not Canadian. Did you know that?
No.
He's from South Africa, and he moved to Canada, and in the town it was called Kipling, Saskatchewan. I don't know.
Saskatoon.
No, but we'll just say yeah. And he got married.
Saskatchewan?
Yeah. How do you know that?
I just know things.
Okay. Anyways, from South Africa, relocated to Canada, and married a woman named Lisa Dillman in 1991, and he became a stepfather to her children. He was reportedly friendly, caring, trusted, small town doctor, public image, image, public image initially made the allegation against him difficult because many people had a hard time believing that he could have done something like this. Wow, I didn't even realize that it was Halloween when he assaulted her.
Oh,
It says on the night. No. Okay. On the night of Halloween, she went to the hospital not feeling well. Her name was Candace Fonagy, but she went by Candy. She was 23 years old. And so she wasn't feeling well. She went to the hospital. And the case says that he gave her an injection of midazolam. And it's known by its name, brand name, whatever. Can't say, I can't speak. Versed? I've never heard that, but I've heard of midazolam. or at least that family. And it's just a sedative that can cause drowsiness, impaired awareness, and memory loss. She said when, I guess during this time, she was unable to move or properly respond, but remained aware enough to realize that he was sexually assaulting her. She did get I guess they called it in here a sexual assault kit, but when you call it, well, I guess if I don't know, assault is still rape, so
Mhm,
I don't know. But anyways, they did a examination and semen was recovered and tested, reportedly confirmed that that medication was present in her system. What is I don't like the crime, I don't like him, but genius what he did
mhm.
by implanting a tube of another man's blood.
Well, he put the tube in first, and then being a doctor, he had access to other
Mhm,
things, and he had a little pump set up, and because he had to give blood multiple times. So he would then pump the blood into that tube, and
mhm.
he would manipulate his veins to where that was the one that was the good vein to be seen and to take blood.
Yeah, what I read was that he would position his arm just right where they
Mhm,
would, because he knew, like, the placement would that's it. It's gross to think of. I couldn't gross. And even put that's very, risky to put something like that in your body. I'm surprised he didn't get sick. When DNA was asked of him, because that's who obviously she said, "I believe he did this to me." He gave his DNA and it didn't come back to him, so, like, sorry, like,
mhm,
it's not him. When he gave this, DNA and it didn't match to him, the investigators, like, cleared him. They're like,
mhm,
"Okay, it's not him." And they did a second blood sample because Candy was certain it was him,
mhm.
and it failed to match again. So by 1994, the investigation was closed. Is that what you read?
Mm, that's some of it.
Okay. Candy had a hard time with this because in her memory, she saw, what he did to her,
Mhm.
but the science wasn't supporting it, and it was making her really confused from what I read.
Yeah, like she was going crazy.
Yeah. She eventually hired a private investigator, Larry O'Brien, and he obtained a few items. So Dr. Schneeberger had used accounts commonly mentioned material. Shoot, hold on. Okay, sorry. The investigator obtained items that Schneeberger had used, and how he got these were materials taken from his vehicle and then arranged it for DNA testing. The sample matched the semen recovered from Candy's assault. Authorities then requested another blood sample, but this sample was unusually small or poor in quality and could not be used. Years later, his wife learned that he had been drugging and sexually assaulting her daughter.
In 1998.
97.
Oh, 97.
Mhm. And that was his stepdaughter, so
Mhm,
it wouldn't matter, but, she was about 15 years old when the abuse was discovered. Lisa notified the police and investigators reopened the case. This time, authorities did not rely solely on blood drawn from his arm. They obtained multiple forms of DNA, including a mouth swab and hair samples. My under I guess it's the 90s, but whenever you watch TV shows
mhm.
and they're true crime, and they're like, "Okay, will you provide DNA?" I never see them take blood.
Yeah, but it's easier just to break up the little swabs, swab it, put it away. When you draw blood, you gotta have a sterile environment, you gotta break out the syringe,
Yeah,
you
I guess
know?
that they would think
Yeah.
that's a case closed situation. All right, I can see that. These samples did match the biological evidence and exposed the earlier blood tests as fraudulent. So, in description of what he did, he admitted that he surgically placed a piece of plastic medical tubing. Just it's like usually described as Penrose drain, and it was approximately 15 centimeters long. So, hold on, 15, about 3 inches.
I don't know,
I
America.
think 15 centimeters is 2.5 or 2.2. Maybe my math's not right. No, it's not. it'd be probably 6. I would say around 6. I'm not stupid, I promise. Um, and like you said, he filled the tube and it was blood belonging to another man. And then he also put an
Coagulant.
anticoagulant to prevent the blood from clotting. Jesus, like he really had to think. But how many other victims did he have? Because clearly this is well thought out
Mhm.
for just one victim. And if he was a doctor,
Well, it's just like sexual assault in general. How many victims stay unknown or,
right?
shame or embarrassment or
But how
they're
long was
scared.
he this girl's doctor before he was like, all right, I'm going to do it
Mhm.
now?
But how
That's,
long has he been doing it? And that was the only time she remembered.
yeah, like what was the reason? Was he saying she needed some procedure? And normally, I mean, it's Canada in the 90s. Usually you have a chaperone when you're a female.
He was released on parole in 2003, but he was stripped of his Canadian citizenship for lying on the original application and deported.
Yep, he was. He did fail to report that he was a citizen. I don't know how that's maybe it says okay, maybe I don't know. I didn't realize that even after becoming a citizen, they can revoke your status and deport you. So like us as American citizens, not not that anyone that this can sound okay. I was born in England, but I was born on a military base, so I'm still a US citizen, not
Mhm.
not an immigrant who became a US citizen. But if I was a born here US citizen, born oh, fuck, I just said that, and I get in trouble, they can't just send me off somewhere, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Then is that part of your understanding when you become a citizen that if you I don't know if that's I don't know if America's I don't think America does
Probably
that.
because you're a naturalized citizen.
Yeah, but I've never heard that in America.
Mm. I also seen that before this case, collecting blood was considered the undisputed gold standard of DNA testing. But since
Mm,
then, there's a mandatory backup. You have to have two different samples, such as saliva, plucked hair roots, and alongside blood, not just blood.
mm. Well, that's good that they do that. He tried to fight, being stripped of his citizenship and deported, but obviously he lost that and he had to go back. That what is sad to me, it's a very serious crime. I feel like a lot of crimes are, but especially something like that, drugging someone and being malicious enough to come up with that had to been planned out. And I know like if it's murder and it's known that it's premeditated, like in America.
Hmm.
Oh, Canada's a little bit more lax on their sentencing.
Well, I did just look up in America. Um, you could be denaturalized and deported,
Oh,
but only under specific instances like naturalization fraud or concealment, meaning you willfully lied, which he did on his,
hmm.
such as having prior criminal records, past deportations, or associations with banned organizations, committing severe acts like treason, acts of terrorism, or joining subversive organizations.
And right before you said that, I was saying the sentencing he got in time served was not enough, in my opinion.
No.
For what I mean, rape in general or
Hmm.
assault, okay, not but like if it's not rape and it's that
Hmm.
anything that's violating them, I'm not the law. But doing what he did and then a 15-year-old girl,
He served 7 years.
I thought it was less than that. I thought he got sentenced a certain amount, but he
He
got out.
paroled in 2003.
Yeah.
So, no, that was 99 when it happened. So he only did 4 years.
Apparently he had biological children, but it's not mentioned. There's really not a whole lot to it. It's just
Pretty
a
cut
really
and
short
dry. Yeah.
one. Yeah. There's a few shows. Forensic Files season 6, episode 18, Bad Blood. CBC's true crime series 72 Hours in an episode called The Good Doctor. I think I've heard of that. I don't remember hearing of this case, but
Hmm.
probably maybe one of the times laying in bed and falling asleep. The 2003 film I Accuse, which was inspired by the case but changed names and dramatized details, and a lot of podcasts and crime programs. Forensic Files episode is probably why the case is most widely remembered today. That's what chat said. Hold on. Oh, no. It's telling it told me the reason why I couldn't, didn't know why, didn't know who I was asking because it was my fault in the spelling. Thanks, chat.
Mhm.
That's it. Cut and dry. Like you said,
Yeah, not very many branches of that tree.
no. I know a case, um, there's a couple ones that are Canadian. I think the one I'm thinking of, is it this one or is it the other one? One's to do with a bus and someone losing their shit and killing people or person on the bus.
Mm.
Like I think almost kinda like a greyhound. It could have been a greyhound, but I think it was in Canada. And then there's this other one that's like a pig farm where the guy was killing people and then the people, feeding them to pigs and then
Was that
slaughtering.
real? I've seen that in a movie.
Yes, it was real. It's disgusting, and he was serving people were eating the pigs that were eating people.
Mhm.
One of these, I believe it's one of these. I've heard a lot of Canadian cases. We're not covering it right now, so obviously it's not gonna be fresh in my mind. They only got 20 years for what they did. So, like, Canada is I don't think they do the death penalty from what let me look. From what I understood is they're more lax than America, but I feel like America should be a little bit more, I don't know. That's a little tough one, but, all right, chat. Let's, speed it up a little bit.
Mhm.
No, it does not. I know they like to do a lot of,
Rehabilitation.
mhm. It said first-degree murder carries an automatic sentence of life imprisonment with no eligibility for parole for 25 years. So they're not even in oh, no, maybe it was a girl. I know I'm all over the place. It could have been a girl. I just remember the person who, got convicted for murder, they're no longer in prison for what they did. There's a few
Mm.
big ones in Canada, but yeah. Uh, I am interested right now, everyone should know about what was his name? The boy. Um, are you looking up? You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
How do I say it without offending anyone? I don't like referencing, oh, the black boy with the white boys, but that's what it's known right now is the black boy with all his white friends and
Nolan
he
Wells.
Nolan Wells. He looked like a good kid too. I know that's prevalent right now. What I'm really hoping what doesn't happen is that other court case. Sorry, I thought it was a mosquito. That other court case that's going on right now, Charlie Kirk's
Mhm.
and the trial still happening. I hope, um, what's the kid's name again?
Nolan Wells.
I hope Nolan's case, story, investigation, media coverage does not get pushed aside and
Mm.
everyone's attention goes to right now, cool. I hope the if if that guy, I don't people want to battle. I don't know. I'm not really into it. I know I listen to certain people and their views about the Charlie Kirk case. Whoever did it needs to get the punishment. But Nolan's stuff, I feel like if, let's say, Tyler Perry and that football player, if they don't do their job or the other people who have, I don't know, higher publicity can keep it
Mhm.
in. Because I really, like, you told me some evidence, but then there's this other evidence. So it's wish-washy, you know? So hopefully, I don't know, the case that's my main thing is saying hopefully it doesn't get swept under the rug, pushed aside.
Yeah. Yeah, well, uh, I was hoping they would release information like the Mississippi, um, autopsy was complete, right?
It just happened though, right?
Yeah, but did they find water in his lungs? That would say if he drowned or not. I mean, that would clear up a lot.
That's a good point because if there was water in his lungs or wasn't, why aren't they saying it? Like, why hold that information?
And what was his, blood alcohol content? Because there's photos of them drinking, right? Did he get drunk and try to swim and drown? Like, what happened? There's details that they're leaving out, I guess, to have the mass hysteria.
Yeah. Th- this is going to sound really ignorant, but let's say you and I are at a party and everyone's been drinking.
Mhm.
the same situation happens, I'm not saying the color of the person situation, I'm talking about we're all drinking, someone ends up dead,
Mhm,
we report it the next morning because 'cause we're like,
mhm,
"We can't find them." Do they is the blood alcohol content the same? Like, for us, it would be diluted down as the time goes on.
mhm.
Is it the same or does it stay because it's not being pumped
I
through?
think it would stay, like you said, because it's not being circulated.
But when they found him, how long was it? I'm really not that
Mhm,
knowledgeable in this because I didn't do any research. I just
mhm.
started seeing it, and you and I started talking about it last night. Man, my mom was like, "Hold on, don't say anything." What? How long was it till they found his body?
I think it was the morning of the 6th, maybe the 7th.
So how many days was that? Are you saying the 6th, 7th day or, like,
No, the 6th or the 7th. This happened he went missing during the 4th of July.
on 4th of July?
Yeah.
So it's, like, 2, 3 days later? How
Mhm.
long does it take for the body to get bloated when it's in the water?
I don't know.
Because that's another thing. How was his body bloated?
Yeah, you don't know.
That's crazy. You would think, but I don't know because maybe they're just trying to. Because just like the girl that was murdered on Schofield by
Mhm,
her husband, they didn't while we were no, not while we were there, after we left and I was following the case, the family knew a lot,
mhm,
but the public did not, and they were keeping it and they actually kept some from the family, obviously,
mhm.
just so it didn't cause a lot of chaos.
Yeah, my personal opinion, I think blood alcohol content showed he was drunk,
Mhm,
which is why the celebrity is paying for a private autopsy in Washington, DC,
mhm.
because
Oh, they think it's gonna be dismissed because of his
they think
blood alcohol content.
well, yeah, that no foul play
Right,
happened,
yeah, okay.
that it was just a kid got drunk and drowned,
Mhm,
and it could be a cover up.
mhm,
They don't believe it. So that's why they're
mhm,
having the independent autopsy done
mhm.
to prove if it was that or not. That's why there's not too many details coming out. But originally they said they found a body that had washed up on shore. Not they found a body in the water and they found a body in the trees. They found a body that washed
Almost
up
like he could have been dumped?
or he drowned. There's thousands of people on this island.
But if he did drown, that's what I mean, obviously, the water in the lungs,
Mhm.
but there's also dry drowning, do you know that?
Mhm.
Bloated,
Mhm.
but I don't know how long it takes for the body to get bloated.
Mhm.
But, like you said, it's getting sent to DC, which I am very thankful for. Like I told you, there is a case of the lady in Georgia. It's
Mhm.
predominantly white people that live there, and she went to a party. She was the only Black person. It's very suspicious. I do feel like when other people are involved and there's connections to political, judicial,
Mhm.
government, there there should be a little bit more look into in case because the
Mhm.
Murdoch
Yeah.
case and situation.
And
So
it's back.
I know
Yeah.
from outer space. No, hopefully, there'll be good stuff. Not obviously, it's sad. Hopefully, the family can get the answers they need,
Yeah.
and that if there was foul play, that the
Ju
people involved
justice will be served.
justice is served.
Yeah, no, the dad was even quoted saying, "I don't wanna think that race was involved at all with my
Hmm.
son's death. Like, if he died, he died. Let it be for a reason, not the reason of hate."
Even if these boys did something,
And it wasn't random.
was it race?
It was
You
his
know?
friend group.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his friends. It was just boys.
I know you said I am not happy that they left him behind, but like you said, there was a girl he was talking to. He was probably like, "I'm good.
Mhm,
Let me hang out with this girl."
mhm.
It's so sad and so unfortunate. I bet you that island's gonna be cut off from people being there.
Probably not. I bet you that's not the first death.
Mm. But the Murdoch, the boy, the son, that's how it all started. He was, they were all drunk, drinking, and he was driving his dad's boat or whatever, whoever's boat, and, they had an accident, I think, and
Mhm,
one person went missing,
mhm.
or however, I can't my mind is so blank, it's been a while since, we saw the documentary and researched it. I didn't deep research it. and there is belief that there was foul play, but the kid is who he was, connected to who he was, and no evidence, so he never got in trouble for it. So that's why I'm saying I really hope that if there is foul play, justice is served and it doesn't get pushed aside,
Mhm.
which it looks like Tyler Perry, and I really suck at remembering that football player's name.
Ex-football player.
Oh, he's ex? He got out? He was kicked? Why?
Nobody will bring him in because of that.
For kneeling?
Well, starting that whole thing, yeah. Kinda like blacklisted.
Not that I thought this was America.
Mhm.
If he doesn't want us, you know, if I don't know, don't we have the freedom of speech and rep is it representation? I don't know. Whatever it is. I know a lot of people feel like it's disrespectful, and he was making a political point. He's an American citizen, he should be allowed. That's all. But, thank y'all for listening. Um, I would really love it if people could give stories and suggestions, but if they don't start, I'm gonna start looking for some and be like, "This person said." Actually, I'm gonna start pulling comments from the TikTok if there's not, messages, emails, but the email is thejury@jadedmayhem.com. We do need to spruce up that website. I know we took off the merch for a little bit. Um, we'll get it back going, but it's just plain. But there's that. TikTok does get updated, but Instagram, Facebook, I am slacking a little bit, but I'll just start moving those videos over. We are working really hard on other projects locally, so these stories might be short for a little bit. And can you think of anything else?
I cannot.
I do want to do a giveaway soon, but as soon as we can get our project up and going, then that will happen. But thank you for listening, and see you on the flip side. Peace out, homies.
Bye.